Right, week 11 following my life in Brick Lane. For those that don't know me, my name is Ash Mahoney. I'm a bricklayer from Birmingham and we're getting some momentum going with these videos now. This is the 11th week, vlogging my life in Brick Lane every single day of the week, how we're navigating through it, how we're getting through the jobs, what the weather's doing, etc. So, yeah, thank you all for joining, coming back through again. If you don't already subscribe, please press the subscribe button, please put a thumbs up and please leave a comment at the end of the video as well. Give me a bit of feedback if you do not mind. So, right, Monday, new week. First of all, I'm going to make a comment on the weather because it is looking very, very beautiful this morning. Blue skies everywhere. I'll be honest, I haven't checked the forecast this week. I don't know what it's doing for the rest of the week, but this morning looks good, so happy days. So, where am I at right now? I'm on an extension, which I put up to damp a couple of weeks ago. The lads come through and did some block work, and then not last Friday, the Friday before, I sent up the one gable, and then last Monday I sent up the other gable, and now it's been scaffolded. So I'm here now today. I'm juggling things at the moment. We are quite busy, and I'm juggling a lot of jobs, etc., which is natural in this game as well. You need to have a fair few jobs on the go because, you know, I put this up to damp. The builder had to put the drainage in, etc. So we had to go somewhere else. We've got the house on the go as well. Got the wall on the go. So I'm juggling all the jobs between them. So I'm here today basically because he's got a crane coming tomorrow. So I'm going to get the back two panels up to the lintel height. So when the crane comes, you can just drop it straight on. And then he's got to put the steel in the actual house. And once he's done all that, then we'll come back probably the back end of this week and finish up the rest of the brickwork, and then this extension here is done. Later on today, I'm going to be heading back up to Tamworth in Arden and cracking on with the other side of the gable, which I did last week on the other side. So, yeah, that's the plan of action for today. Look, after its thing now. And he's already carried some gear around for me, but it's not on the actual scaffold, which is fine. But I'll show you the simplest way of basically getting your bricks up onto the scaffold. Right, so that's taken that now. I'm going to throw the last sand in there so that can do its thing while I'm in the back. Give the end a tap where the cement dust was on it. So yeah, basically, I mean there is a ladder there, but I don't need to use that. I'm just going to show you what boxing up is basically on the old hod. So these scaffold ships move out of the way. Right, obviously I could very easily just twos them up if I wanted to, but I want to show you this basically, and this is it's called boxing them up. Basically all you do, you rest the hod on the end, like that, push up, and then just it's stuck on a board there, but that's, you get the gist. I mean, like I said, here I have, there is a ladder next to me, but I just wanted to show you that. Because it's a good thing to have in your, what's the word? In your game. There is another word I'm thinking of, but right, better go and check how that mix is looking. I think it'll probably need just a drop of water in there. go now, she's mixed lovely. All ready to pour. Bricks are up there, get a spot out of the van, get my tools out, and we'll get laying. First one of the week. Up we go. Right, nice big dollop of muck to start the week off. Lovely, jubbly. So, today's weapon of choice is going to be my 33-11 narrow Marshalltown. I have been gifted a W Rose, which I want to start using, which I will use at some point this week. So yeah, lovely bit of gear. Right, corner up, let's go. Right, here we go, Monday afternoon now. I am back on the mansion build. I didn't get much content from the first job this morning. I ended up being on the phone to the Beading Bank for like an hour and a half because they're causing me a load of headache, sorting some bits and bobs out, but I don't need to talk about that on here. But yeah, so I spent a lot of time in the van. But yeah, back here now anyway, so Aaron's going to discuss in a minute what's going on with these lintels on the back. As you can see, he's making his way through. And he's already had a good crack on the other gable as well. I'm literally about to put the sailing course through. So yeah. So what's going on with the back again now? I can't remember what the conversation was, so I just said you need to tell him what the conversation was.
A couple of steels made with the plate welded onto the bottom of them.
Okay.
Because the original plan for what lintels we were using is no good.
Oh yeah, that was it with the steel on the back. So the original lintels, which we're going to use, the heavy duty ones, they've got a big upstand on them, and the way he wants the height of his doors, etc., it's not going to work. As you can see there, we've got 150 up between that. It's usually like a 250 upstand, isn't it, on them, like on the big ones?
Yeah, the front full block inside of it now.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
150 over the back of the lid.
That's it, yeah. So these are being changed to a plate. I've literally just about to make did make a phone call just to find out what the crack is, but we don't know yet. So update is later on that. But yeah, last few hours of the day now, probably not even a few hours. I think it's, I don't know what the time is right now. It is 23. So yeah, Aaron's just put the other lintel. I've just been to Darlison Builders Merchants. So firmly broken lintels are a new thing that's coming through now. They've ordered them in for me for this. The contractor originally ordered lintels for this, but he ordered 350 cavity overall, and it's actually a 325 cavity overall. So I've had to get the lintels sorted, but they didn't have the one in stock which we need. So what we're doing with it now, to firmly break it, we're putting an L-shaped lintel on the outside to carry the brickwork, and a concrete lintel on the inside to carry the blockwork, and that gives you a firmly broken lintel. So there you go. Don't say I don't tell you nothing. Yeah, so get this few course sent in down here now. Trench blocks tomorrow. Yeah, he's got trench blocks for me, so I'm like buzzing. What do you need for trench blocks? A shovel, a wheelbarrow and a lump hammer. Good to go. Send it up. Yeah, that's what the best thing about him is.
You ever like the 620 ones?
Nah.
The 620 trench blocks with the handles built in?
Nah.
Years ago, we got a house in Stratford.
Fuck me, that was massive. 620 in length, yeah.
620 in length, man.
Fuck.
Turbos. Cool turbo blocks.
I used to outline them on site.
That was working in Lord until we got the gaffer who was having me help lift them, and the gaffer was like, nah, you can lift it on your own. He was like, I'm locking up home then. He was like, alright then, I'll let you have home.
Yeah. Them what's the name ones? Them, remember the white ones on site? The big.
Yeah.
They're like a counter product of Durox or something. No, or is it Dulex? The paint. Dulex or but they're a counter product to the paint, ain't they? Something like that. Yeah. That's what they are apparently.
Dulex paint.
Is it Dulox the paint? Is that what it is?
DULEX, isn't it?
Yeah, there were something to do. I remember my dad telling me there was something to, because it used to smell very painty as well. Friday when I went down there, there's these blocks. I can't remember if I told you on the phone or not, but clay and straw, and then hemp blocks as well.
Oh yeah, I've seen the hemp jobs.
Mad. Unfortunately, Monday afternoon was very short-lived. As you can see, got a coat on. Aaron's drenched. Luke's drenched. Wasn't on the forecast today, but for some reason the big man upstairs wants to start ruining bricklayers' lives. So, yeah, it's just absolutely belted it down, and we've left it as it is now. Yeah, not a fat lot change, to be honest with you. Today's been a bit of a kind of day. But yeah, it is what it is basically. So scaffolding is organised for here, because obviously we've only got this bit of brickwork to come through now, and then we've got the next lift which is through there. This lift drops off, so scaffold is due for Tuesday next week, and yeah. Okay, here we go. Tuesday morning, I'm over in Stourbridge, and this is what I've got to attack. So I've already checked my height up to damp. I've not gauged it across or nothing with the laser or nothing, but I've just checked from the concrete here. We've got 900 up to damp. We're coming out 2.6, 9 metres down. And what we've got on this is a block and beam floor as well. So what I need to do is leave the inside 350 down from the outside, so then the beams can sit on there, and then we'll come back then above the beams and do the inside of the damp. So yeah, so I've got 3 quarter blocks on the outside, 2 quarter blocks on the inside with a 100mm split on top, which will make my 350 down, and then there's going to be 3 quarter bricks around the outside. This is well, it's it's single story, but it is a double story in a sense of, because there's going to be a dormer in it as well. As you can see, it's like half a bungalow, half house as such. So this is going to be carried across here. The gable end cutter will go through there, and there'll be a dormer on it on there as well. So yeah, there's my gear. It's my blocks, my bricks, sand's at the back, so I've got to get all these moved first. And yeah, I'm on my own again. I do get a lot of comments off people saying about getting a labourer as such. I do have an apprentice starting with me soon. I do have a labourer that works for me, but he's on another job. And I may increase and get one more with me as well. But during these summer months, I generally don't mind doing the labouring. A lot of people get very confused and they're all baffled, like, why would you do it yourself? I mean, let's look at today, for instance. Right, okay, fair enough. If I had a labourer with me, he'd be doing all the loading out and I'd be setting up, etc. But we're going to time it today. There's 3 packs of blocks here. I've just worked out roughly. We've got, we'll do the maths with you. So we're coming out 2.6, both sides. There's 9 metres down the garbage, so we've got 14.2. There's 2.1 blocks in a metre, so you times that by 14.2. That gives me 29, that's pretty much 30 blocks per course. Yeah, so we've got 3 courses on the outside, 2 on the inside, and a split. So we're going to do that by 6. Well, there'll be a few spare with a split, but it doesn't really matter. So we're going to go by 6. So there's 180 blocks we need in here. Probably 170 because the splits, etc. So yeah, there's 210 blocks here in the 3 packs. It won't take me long at all to throw them in, so we will do some timing to see whereabouts. It is 10 to 8 now. So I'll get on this, get it loaded out. Right, okay, there we go. We are exactly 1 hour on when I was just sorting bits and bobs in the van, and that's it. 144 blocks loaded out, 2 packs, and about 200 bricks. So now, this is where I'm saying about with people getting so confused about having labourers and not having labourers. All I've got to do now is literally put 3 or 4 mixes on, which will do this job, and barry it over here and chuck it onto my spots, build my walls and point it up. So, you know, I understand where you're all coming from with a sense of, like, save your body ash and, you know, you this, that, whatever. But look, I'm not exactly soaked in sweat. I appreciate where you're all coming from as well, but I'm fit and able. So what would the hod carrier do for the rest of the day today now? Obviously I know you'd get them ahead and you start them laying and pointing up and all that carry on, and I get that. But there's enough here now for 1 day's graft for 1 man, in my eyes. Not 2 men sort of thing. It's not that I'm being a money grabbing git, but it's in a sense of, like, if that labour's going to be pointing up, then what am I going to do? I'm going to point it up. I want to point it up, do you know what I'm saying? So, look, I'll lay my work and I'll point my work, and I'll obviously putting the mixes on doesn't take too long at all, like, you know. So for the sakes of a labourer, what the rates are now, 140s, 150s on a day, you know, we're probably, let's just say that's an hour to load it out. Let's just say another hour of my day now just mixing, because the mixers don't take long at all to put on. You see the process that I work with the buckets, it doesn't take long at all. While it's going round, the next one's ready in the mixer sort of thing. So if you add another hour onto my day now, let's just say the cleaning up and whatever else, like, it's 2 hours that is out of my day, and I've not got someone here for 150 quid. So it's sort of like swings and roundabouts, if that makes sense. But I do understand where everyone's coming from as well. Look, it does obviously tire your body out and stuff, but in the same breath, your body's there to be worked. That's what the human body's for. It's there to be worked. Like, you know, as long as you feed yourself well and eat clean, cleanish. Like, I'm not a bleeding what would you call them? I'm not a monk. I do eat shit. I do drink beer. I do smoke. Shouldn't smoke. It's a bad habit, but you know. So yeah, That's what I'm trying to get at. Right, next stage of my process of days on my own is get myself some water now, get the mixes on the go, and I'll run through with you how I'm going to square this building up and set it up with the lines, check the datums for the gauge, etc. And then yeah, we'll run it all in like so. Here we go. Worst sand in the absolute world. Absolutely disgusting. There's all bits in it. It's yeah, it's horrible. I don't know what merchants it's come from, but it's disgusting. Doesn't mix very well at all. Takes forever to mix, but it is what it is. There's my mix number 3 ready. There's mix number 2. Here's mix number 1. So get this in, and then we're going to set up now the lines which I need to follow. So basically all it's going to be is get this across here, copy and paste. So this is coming over here. So I'll show you how to do that. It's very, very simple. This mix is absolutely disgusting. So I've checked the heights across as well. I haven't got to get the laser out the van because I've got a massive Stabila level, which I very often put up more brickwork. So we've got 9, 10 up to damp. So we've got 10 mil to pick up. Bit wet in the bottom of that there. Yeah. Pour that next mix into there. First, strange, it's like where they've done the dig out. It's like sand, sandy mud. Ugh. Honestly, it's a horrible, horrible, horrible sticky mix. You can see it's naff. Some types of sand you get mixes very, very easy. The Darlaston stuff is my favourite sand in the whole world. Let's say other types of sand take so much water, takes so much mixing. It's just horrible. Absolutely horrible. Right, let's get this last mix in there now so we can do its thing, because it needs a lot of time to do it. See how it's like taking it? It's just horrible. You can hear it, it's like claps against it. It's just, yeah, not very nice at all. Takes loads of bloody water as well. Right, let's get back over here now. Ooh. Nasty stuff that is, bloody horrible. Right, okay. Tool bag. Right, first things first, we set a parallel line up off the side of the house. So we know we're coming over 2.6. I don't know who it was that I seen online, but I used to just wrap the line around the block, and then so someone commented on one of my videos saying to use use a corner block. And yeah, it's a good idea. So now we use a corner block. That way you can just manoeuvre it over what you need for your height. Maybe a big monster level. So that's what I used earlier. Just off through against there. Check the tape to that, made sure it was level. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, 910. Tape measure. 2.6 coming off the house. Hello mate, you alright? $100 over. Nah, just myself. No. Might be the homeowner, yeah. Might be for the homeowner, yeah. Possibly, mate, yeah. And then check the other side, and then come back to check this side as well, because it might manoeuvre over. Always double check. Once you've checked, double check. There we go. 2.6 there. That shouldn't really have moved this side, but always go back and double check. There we have it, 2.6. Right. Next, I need to get a line off the actual house. Right, so feed that down the back. Have another corner block, and all we're doing with this now. Now like the bar. Basically, make sure there's nothing in the way. So we're literally just watching that against the house there. As soon as she touches, so you want it just off it. Make sure it's not being affected by nothing. That's lovely. Right, give me some of that. We're going to put a block on there. Solid mortar. I'll check that to the back there, and we are good. Right, so something else which I always check is how the actual house is running, and as we can see up there, that is absolutely beautiful. Very good brickwork. Whoever built this house back in the day, because what I previously said, if you remember on the other extension we've got on the go, is basically if that's kicked as it comes up, you want to bring yours out just a little bit so it marries in towards the top. And then so we'll check this side again as well, make sure she's all good. Look at that, right from the bottom of the footing right to the top. Absolutely beautiful. Amazing. Little pussycat. Hello. Ooh, lovely. Ooh, right there. There's the good spot. There's the good spot, son. Ooh, how's that? Yeah, lovely cat. And Houston, we have a problem. What's the problem, Ash? I'll tell you what the problem is. Right, so obviously we follow bond off the house of what we're coming off. So you can see here, stretcher, stretcher, header, header, so on and so forth. I've got a stretcher there to a header there. I've gauged it down here. Obviously I've had to dry run it because I'll tell you in a minute why I've dry run it. So I've come from here, I've got stretcher, and it ends up with a header, which doesn't give me what I want coming back in over here. So I'm like, okay, I'm a bit confused, what's happening? So I've counted in here, we've got 36 bricks along here, and I've got 36.5 along here, which is normal gauged out bricks. So then I was like, right, okay, this isn't going well, what's going on? So I started doing a bit of investigating, and the bricks on the house are all coming out at 220s. That was 215. Most of them are 220s all the way down. Got a couple of 215s in there, but majority are 220s. So basically, if I'd followed this through with the original gauging out the bricks, it wouldn't have worked marrying back into here. We would have fell back through with, it would have fell like that, which is not what we want. We want a header to a header. So to overcome that problem, basically all we have to do is add 100 million perps along here to basically make this end like so. So what you got to do now is you have to open all these up evenly as best I can, which over the course of this you'll be able to do it. What you have to do is just say open up your joints just a little bit more, just to get it where you want it. So sometimes you have to be wrong to be right. And there we go, happy with that. Sorted. Now all I do is take a few out, leave a few in, and they will be my gauges to keep it all coming through nicely together. Right, we know what we got there. This bit now is very awkward, but this is the best way to get over the awkwardness, because once you get to a certain stage on a footing, you don't have much room to move. So the way I'm working this now is I've now got the two corners up to the height 350 down from top of damp, and because obviously there's not much leg room here, as you can see, I've got the line to the top on both sides, and yeah, I'm eyeing it up with my level for the first two course, and then obviously the last course then is laid to the line. So this job's got a block and beam floor on it, so that's why we're doing it like this. Oh, go away. Where's that gone? Bumblebee. Sorry for the sound effects. Nope. Go in. Foot in there. Yep. I have to run over there now. The B8 2-res are dead. shut up. It's ready. Right, there we go. 5:30. In, out, shake it all about. That's how you get it done without a hod carrier. No problemo at all. So yeah, we're all in now. All ready for the block and beam. There has got to be some telescopics on here as well, but I don't know exactly where they're going to be going, so we can just knock the brick off for that. Yeah, so pretty much it's going to be this coming over to this. So full length brickwork on the back, pretty much single story on the front. It's going to be a big gable. I don't know how we're going to attack this with, obviously you can see the ground levels here, this needs all backfilling in, but it's going to be a bit of a funky one when we come to build it, unless he's going to get like a scaffold deck in there. Don't know, obviously it's not my job, it's the builder's job, so I'd have a chat with him. And yeah, that is all she wrote. Not bad at all. What was it, 10 to 8 this morning I think I said, that was started loading out. And yeah, R5 now, all cleaned up, everything's in the van, and I'm ready to get my arse home. So yeah, that's Tuesday for you. Let's see what Wednesday brings. I'm not too sure yet, I'm juggling. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Right, here we go, Wednesday morning. Have a look at that. Absolute beast. I mean, it's not the biggest of cranes, but it's big for this job. So as you can see on the back of the lorry there, that's the stairs, and they're going up, 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 down, and they're going to start down the bottom and work themselves up. They're here now for the next 2 days as well, today, tomorrow and Friday. So yeah, Aaron's finished off the rest of the lift around here. So happy days. We're waiting on the plates to come for the back for over the doors, but next we'll literally just close the last bit of block work on these, this one here, and then we're up here and on the deck setting up the block work for the next lift. So yeah, that's what's happening today. Quite a few buds on site, roads going on, but yeah, weather's all right as well. Forecast seems okay for today, and today is my daughter's 6th birthday as well. Just thought I'd let you all know. So yeah, we're up there next. Right, so left the lads now. We've just been for a nice breakfast and they're cracking on there. Because the crane's there, we're struggling to get muck up and stuff, so I said I'm going to shoot off and go to Dean's job round the corner and crack on down there, because we're struggling to get the muck up and stuff for the crane and that. So Aaron's setting up all the internals up there now. But then, yeah, I was on the way to the other job, check the weather forecast. It's about to absolutely belt it down here. There's some storms coming over. And then in the meantime, then the curved wall phoned me up and asked if I can go and get the rest of the bricks which are there and my boards and stuff. So come home now, I'm just going to literally get my mixer and stuff out the van, make a bit of room in here, head over there, load the bricks up. Thursday morning, not a fat lot happening today, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm back at Mr. Hartley's house just to pick up the last few of the bricks which are here, yeah, I'm getting my babby from school and stuff today, and we're going out for a meal tonight. It's my mum's birthday tomorrow and my daughter's birthday was yesterday, so we're going out for a meal. So yeah, I'm literally just getting the rest of these bricks from here. I'm gonna go see the lads and yeah, probably go to the other extension which I'm gonna go to tomorrow, probably load that out as well. So not a fat lot happening today, but still there's always something happening. So yeah, let's get these into here. Amazing, I've just had the phone call. The coping stones are going to be ready start of next week, so definitely next week that wall's going to be fully wrapped up. We'll have the herringbone panel done on the window as well. So yeah, amazing. Right, now I'm going to talk about being a hod carrier, because I can talk about being a bricklayer, but I've not been a bricklayer forever and a day, so I can speak what I know about it. But generally on the hod, I'm not saying I'm a master at it, but I pretty much know exactly what I'm doing. So I'm going to speak about being on the hod. For the lads out there, hopefully you can take something from this and add it to your own game to elevate you on the hod, which then will eventually get you off the hod and onto the trowel. So a saying I was brought up with from my dad was, a good hod carrier will make a good bricklayer, and that's absolute facts. You know, because at the end of the day, a lot of bricklayers that I know that have come straight into the game as just as a bricklayer, when it comes to times like, say, if you've got a little extension on the go or a little garden wall, etc., if you've never run the hod, it's going to be quite difficult for you to then look after yourself as such. So if you spend a good amount of time on the hod, it helps to your overall game with loading things that you need in place, etc. So what makes a good hod carrier? A good hod carrier, basically, I'm going to run through it all of what you would be required to do to make sure that you are an exceptional hod carrier, basically. So first things first, most important thing for a hod carrier is to make sure that the bricklayer has exactly what it needs to keep moving. Your job is to keep that bricklayer going, because if that bricklayer doesn't keep going, doesn't lay bricks, etc., then your wage is not going to be made up. It's a team effort between a hod carrier and a bricklayer to make each other's wages. First things in the mornings, you want to be making sure, like you say, you're getting your mortar on your boards as quick as possible, getting the lads set up. Preferably you can get there earlier than them to make sure as soon as they turn up and they're out the van, they're laying straight away. That would make an exceptional hod carrier if you did something like that. Generally, as you're working as well, like loading out, making sure that you're loading everything, counting where you're loading, what you need. If you've got a panel of 6 bricks, make sure you count how many is going to be going in that panel, etc. Don't just fill it with loads of bricks, because you only have to move them twice. So make sure you're loading out everything that you need. You know, count out your work, etc. Throughout the day, obviously make sure you keep turning over the mortar boards for the bricklayers. If the muck's going off, it's your job to make sure that that muck is ready to be used, basically. Stacking the bricks up for them. When the stacks are getting low, it's your job to make sure you're keeping an eye on that. If the stacks are getting low, you pick up the stack from the back and you put it up higher for them. You don't want your bricklayers bending down. You want to try and save their backs as much as possible. by picking their bricks up for them as well will make them move faster as well, because if they're bending right down to the floor to pick the bricks up, you're going to save half the bend, etc. So over a course of a day, it does make up a big difference to numbers which you can lay. While you're loading out as well, always make use of it every single journey which you can do. So if you're taking some muck to the lads and you're putting it on the boards, if they've got any, you know, bits of brick around them, offcuts, rubbish, make sure that you're using your journey efficiently and you're getting something to take back of you as well. So then at least then once they've done that section of work, you're already cleaning it as they're working with it, etc. You know, at the end of the day, like, well, during the day, make sure obviously everything is where they need it. Obviously we've already spoke about that, the bricks and the blocks, etc. But then in each section, tire wires, if they've got an expansion joint there, you want your expansion bars there, you want the rubbers there, you want the foam there, etc. First lifts, you want to make sure the 4-inch damps there, you want the trays there, etc. Same as when you're coming onto joist lift, make sure you get all the lintels for them, or the carriage trays, or the weep holes. You want to be making sure you're doing everything that you need for these bricklayers to keep working, basically. The more experience that you get with it, the more you'll understand the process of the job, which again, a lot of hod carriers need to realise, understanding the process of the job is something that you need to do as a bricklayer. So you're already learning to be a bricklayer while being on the hod. That's what I say, a good hod carrier will make a good bricklayer, because you're learning stuff all the time. So yeah, so when you're coming up to, obviously it's different between sites and private jobs, etc. But even on sites as well, we're starting a new plot. You know, go over to there's always a section on site where all the window formers are, etc. So get all the formers over for them, get all the stays over for them, just get everything that you can together for these bricklayers. Don't hide around the corner on your phone. Make sure you know you're seen. Make sure that you you are keeping busy around the plot and keeping going. And then the final thing which I can say to hod carriers out there, which is something that's been installed from me from my dad, is there is always something to do. Always, no matter what. If you're loaded out and the bricklayers have got everything they need, something will need sweeping. There's always something to do. And like I say, put your heart and soul into it, work hard, eat as clean as you can eat as well, drink a lot of water as well, you know, because it is a very physically active job running the hod. But you can also take that in as a good thing and use it as an attribute to yourself, because you're going to gain muscle, you're going to gain strength, you're going to burn fat. So if you're eating all the right foods, drinking the right waters, etc., etc., you're going to be able to work a good, fit, strong body as well. So yeah, do that, get ahead, and as soon as you're ahead as well, start pointing up for the bricklayers, etc. That's learning how to be a bricklayer then, by pointing the work up. And if you are, then make sure that if you are really far ahead for the bricklayers, you know, your last 2 hours of the day, jump on the line with them, do a bit of spreading for them. Start by spreading, putting the tire wires on for them, that way you're understanding where the tire wires go, etc. You know, if they're on this side of the wall and they're getting up to say the 18th course and they need ties on it, etc., you go around there and put them on for them and make sure they're all in the right position. That's learning to be a bricklayer as well. And like I said, pointing the work up, pushing the work up. And as soon as they're done with a section as well, make sure the next section is ready for them to jump on as well. So I've got a phone call coming through now, so I've got to get this. Right, here we go. Let's finish the week off. It's not Friday, it's actually Saturday. So yeah, I was off to tools yesterday, something I can't say on here. Family, personal, with myself, everything's all good, but maybe I'll talk about it in future. So yeah, I was off yesterday, and today we are back on the extension in Solihull, which you remember from previous videos. I've got this gable to look after here, I've got some soldiers to put on here, this is going to be a cut up coming across here, and we've got the other gable down there to send a bit of work through as well. So yeah, plenty to get on with, a lot to get on with. I would like to get this squared up as best I can today. I know I've got to come back to the cut ups once the roof's on. So yeah, Aaron's not working today as it's Saturday, so I get myself a labourer today, which is amazing. Give myself a little bit of a break. Luke's been over on the other job looking after Aaron. You've not seen much of Luke in the past. Luke's been around for about 8 years now with us. Yeah, basically when the days come which I've got to go off elsewhere, I'd rather go and look after myself and leave Luke looking after Aaron. So that's why, like, obviously half the time, most of the time we will be working together, and we are working together, but if we are a bit busy and we've got to spread out, I'll just go and look after myself, like, so. But it's nice when I get him back, because I can just lay. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go on with now. Get these cracked on with, and then we'll get over there, get that one cracked on with, and then get these soldiers on, hopefully, by the end of the day. So it is 8:45 right now. Just been, getting it loaded, put this profile up on here as well. So that's what I'm going to be pulling off, making life easy. I built the corners here earlier on in the week as well, as you've seen. So yeah, let's get this finished and wrapped up. Live trying to get it done on a Saturday. Literally about to put the soldiers over the lintel. It's 2:30 now. Done everything else. Literally putting us up. Literally just about to start putting the soldiers over, and yeah. The end of the world decided to pop through, but see a glimmer of hope over there. So we're going to hold out for 5, see what it does. Right, still belting it down, but yeah, glimmer of hope over there. Literally got 37 soldiers left to land here, and we're done. So glad we stayed it out. There's the sunshine, and there's the horrible stuff that's just come through. Yeah. Right then, there we go. That's up to height now. Bang the soldier on over there. The other side's all done as well. So yeah, happy days indeed. Nightmare about the rain, but it is what it is. Right, so get out the job. Yeah, so nice Saturday. Finishing up on catching up basically, because as we know this week, Wednesday, Thursday was a bit hit and miss from me, and Friday obviously was completely off the tools as well. So you have to catch up when you can catch up. I will let you know the reason why I was off on Friday when more things develop, but it's a nice thing anyway. But yeah, so that's it, done, dusted, going home, going for a beer. When that rain cloud come over earlier, Dean said they used to call them lager clouds. And I was like, you know what? I like that. Lager clouds. So, yeah. There we go. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for watching the videos, taking your time to watch the videos, etc. And if you can, press the subscribe button and like the video and leave a comment on it as well. I'd be very much appreciative. And yeah, we'll go again next week. The next few weeks which I've got coming up, I'm going to say it on here as it is right now. You want to come and watch them, because at the end of we're becoming very busy and I'm quite worried about keeping up with it all. So yeah, this next month that's up and coming is nuts, and I'm gonna have to seriously do something to get through it, look. So yeah, thanks for joining, and catch you all in a bit, people. Big love.